Okay, here we are, back again, working on the tapper. I have two updates that I want to get done this weekend. Pretty easy to do. One involves some aesthetics. The other is functional. So one is going to be much harder than the other. First one we got is a new marquee. This is a reproduction made by Classic Arcades Incorporated, I think, somewhere up here in the Northeast. And it wasn't too expensive, but it's, and you can see it's much more blue than the original one was. But it is made of like Lexan or acrylic or something, and printed on the back. Gorgeous. It came wrapped fairly well. No marks on it, no scratches, some cat hair. But this will be exciting to see what it actually looks like as a tapper again, instead of a shadow dancer. It should go in pretty easily. We have these, remember we had these security screws in here that we have to get out. I still don't have a security set. I have to go to the store and get one. So that will be fairly easy to install. I think it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there, 5, maybe some at the top. I don't know which way I'm going to go in yet. And it should just slide in. And from what I've been able to see from behind, there's nothing in the way. And it's the proper size, I've already measured. So it shouldn't be an issue, really. The second piece, the functional piece, is what I'm more excited about. I picked this up from Arcade Shop. This is the power switching adapter. So I don't have to solder too many connections and worry about voltages. What this unit does is attaches to the switching power supply with just the 5 screws. And it allows me to use the original harness and bypass the MCR power supply, which I don't have. From what I've read, it works fairly well. It might introduce some sound issues, but I don't have any sound at this point, so I'm not worried about it until later. I'll show you how it hooks up. It's pretty easy. Back of the machine here, the tapper boards. There's the switching power supply where the MCR power supply should be. And power supply outputs, if we'll focus here, 12 volts, -5, and 5. And on here, that's the wrong side. 2 sides. You get 12, -5, 2 grounds, and then 5. So they match up really well. This is just going to slide into here, into the screw holes, and it's just going to sit here like this. It's going to be pretty steady, I think. Those screws really mount down well. So this isn't really heavy. And it should sit without any real strain on the harness. There's J4 and J5 back there are pretty hefty, but the harness itself is kind of bent into memory, so from its previous owner. So it should sit there without too much of an issue. So we got this in place. We'll hook up the mains there that come in from the power brick, or from the briefcase, as it's called. And hopefully we'll be able to get power to the board, to the coin door, to the control panel. The monitor is powered elsewhere. It's powered right from the brick itself still, so that actually works from the Shadow Dancer. It's not a big deal. There is one hiccup, though, that I have to work through. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge here. These are the inputs for coin door and control panel and switches on the coin door and stuff like that. These 3. And they're all fine and dandy, but the video cable, I don't have the proper, this came out of the JAMA harness, and these are what came out. I don't have, I think it's KK100. I think that's the size that's required to connect back here to the video connection. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a local Radio Shack or anybody who's going to carry this, so I'll probably have to order a kit, which would be annoying, but I think I may try and hook it up anyway, and just make sure the pins don't you know, touch each other. And on the other end, that just goes up here to the red, green, and blue, and the horizontal and vertical sync. So it's pretty simple. In theory, everything should be a pretty easy hookup. Should only take a couple minutes. There's a cable here I have from the harness I have to throw in for the 12 volts, which will get us sound. And then we can power it up and see exactly what the boards are doing. I don't expect much. I expect hopefully something on the screen. But these have been sitting for a couple of years. They were sold as is. You know, I think the person said, working with issues. Could have just been the ribbon cables that needed some replacing, or maybe the ROMs need to be reburned. Hopefully it's nothing more drastic than that. But I'm going to get this hooked up and then I will be back. Okay, so I'm trying to get this thing installed and I'm running into a little problem. And I don't know if it's the power supply is odd, or if there's a reason why they expect you to buy a power supply when you buy this this adapter here. But I'm having issues when this is put in like this. It's fine, it'll hold, everything will, you know, there's continuity and everything, but as soon as the harness is attached, the weight of the wires causes this to snap right off. It just falls right off. And another issue is that it also doesn't sit in straight. What happens is it goes down like this a little bit, and the pins on the bottom will short to the power supply itself. So that's not good either. So I'm going to have to come up with a solution here. This is annoying more than anything. I think those tabs should have holes in them. I think it'd be an easy fix. Just rings, you know, so you can just slot them right through the screws and be done with it. But what I'm going to do is hack up a little bit of the JAMA harness that came out of the old machine and see what I can do to make this a little better and get it hooked up. So I'll be back. Okay, so here's what I ended up doing. I hacked apart that JAMA harness and soldered on some connections here, which is some loop ends. So they'll connect right to the power supply. It should work. It'll be much cleaner. I think there'll be less chance that the wires pop off or there's any shorting, you know, from the weight of the harness on this thing. So I'm going to install this and see where it gets me. Okay, everything's hooked up. I managed to get the video cable on. It's kind of kludgy. It's you know, black electrical tape to prevent the pins from touching each other. But I think it'll hold for now if I don't move it around too much. I just have this hanging here for the meantime. I didn't want to permanently mount it anywhere if it's not going to work. I've had to take it off more than once anyway to get the wiring proper and, you know, all routed in the right place and everything. And the shortest cable I have is the orange and gray one there, which is only about a foot long, so that's as far as it'll go. So my mounting places are limited, but I think it'll go over here in the corner when it's all done and said. But bundles are in, coin door and control panel are not connected on the far end. I don't want to introduce anything crazy over there. I tested the voltage on the power supply with nothing connected, and the 5 and 12 are fine, but the -5 is only putting out -2.9, and that's something I can't explain right now. I don't understand. Maybe it needs a load to, you know, actually show -5. I don't know. I don't know if Tapper uses a -5. I'm not positive on that. I'll have to look that up. But with 5 and 12, we should at least get the board to boot if it boots at all. Mains come in. So this is it. I haven't turned it on yet. I have no idea what to expect. We could have a mushroom cloud, fire, explosions, nice blue smoke. Everything is disconnected except video. I have no coin door, no control panel, nothing. So I got power in on the left and video out on the right. In theory, this should be enough to show something on the screen. I don't know what it'll show, if anything, or if the system will boot or not, but I think we'll give it a shot. It's plugged in. I'm going to flip the interlock here. I'm going to cross our fingers. Holy moly, it actually works. Other than vertical, looks like V, vertical sync, vertical hold, it's actually playing. Holy moly. I can't believe it. No sound because there is no audio amp yet. I have to steal the one out of the Xenophobe because I don't actually have an extra, but it should work. I can't believe it's actually playing. Let me see what I can do about the vertical hold here. I think it's vertical hold. So this monitor has a few easy to reach, you know, little adjustments here. It won't focus, but we got vertical hold right there. And I'm going to need a mirror to adjust this. So I'm going to pause and come right back. Okay, we're back. I got a mirror over here so I can actually see what's going on. What I'm going to do is just slowly turn the vertical hold and we'll see what happens. To the left a little bit. No, it's faster. To the right. Slowing down. Slowing down. Too far. Okay, so it's not steady at all. What does that mean? How do I get it to actually stop and be stable? I have no idea how this monitor works. Vertical dampening? What's vertical dampening? Doesn't seem to adjust much. Vertical size, that wouldn't have anything to do with it, would it? Yeah, it might. Oop. It should snap into place when it's good. I shouldn't have to, you know, hope that it'll stay stable. I mean, I'm twisting this thing in, you know, millimeters, if not less. I don't know. Let's see. Filthy instructions here. What else we got? Vertical hold, vertical size, vertical dampening, vertical raster shift. I can't adjust that one. Horizontal hold, black level, focus. Horizontal width coil. I wonder if it's, like, I have no idea how the sync actually works on a tapper set. So, like, this monitor, when I got it, you see the little white cable, right? I don't want to get too close. Right in there. That's actually the horizontal, negative horizontal is tapped off to the vertical horizontal, so they're identical. And I don't know if that's correct or not, but it appears to be, since I have a stable screen, and it's actually readable. But I don't know what else there is. I don't know much about monitors yet. So let's go around the other side again and see what we have. I don't even know what the colors should look like, to be honest. I don't know if we're missing colors. It looks like the red is really strong. But again, that could be because I have the pins just sitting there. Looks like all the sprites are operating fine. Beer mugs, characters. Text is all good. There's a guy who's all messed up. So there's one sprite so far I've seen who's corrupt. All the lettering is good. It's got to go to the right as well. I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it just booted up. when it was sold as is, I had the worst. You know, I was expecting that. Turn it on and you get nothing. You just get corruption or characters all over the screen or a watchdog that barks. But this is phenomenal. If this is how close I am after booting it up, the only thing I'll actually need is the bezel, which might be difficult to find, but it is doable. And even if I don't have one, it's not the end of the world. But this is quite the surprise, and I am ecstatic. Still a shadow dancer on the side, but it's now a tapper on the inside. I will continue to work on this and see if I can get any more progress made. But if I can't get anywhere, I'll end the video here and I'll just upload it. But if I come back with more, then I've made some headway on the scrolling issue. I'll see what I can do, and if I don't come right back, I will see you in the next one. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. I have other arcade and pinball videos on the channel you might be interested in, like this one, and this one, even this one. Thanks for watching.